Alright, we're not gonna sit here and act like a little editing and a few touch-ups here and there are abnormal or anything. But when it comes to the Kardashian-Jenners, some of these Photoshop fails are just too cringy to look away from.
Again, not nice.
Number 1. Kim Kardashian's latest Photoshop mishap involves Pete Davidson and a carpet. Yeah, that's a pretty perfect description of what happened. And honestly, out of context, it's even funnier. In March of this year, Kim posted a few photos of herself and her new-ish boyfriend, Pete Davidson, on Instagram. And the pictures are actually kind of nice, with the two of them being all cute and coupley and rich or whatever. But fans were quick to notice that she'd already shared, and later deleted, the original versions of those exact same photos. Except the only thing that she edited was the carpet? I mean, I get it, aesthetics and everything, but I've also never been more confused about anything else they've posted. Number 2. Kim Kardashian suffers Photoshop fail in new gym photo. If there's one thing we know about Kim, and the whole Kar-Jenner family really, it's that they have no problem showing off their figures. And they've worked hard, and spent a lot of money, to look the way they do. So it's no surprise that just last month, Kim posted a picture of herself at a gym wearing a skin-tight bodysuit from her Skims line.
Let's talk about Skims.
Very on brand for Kim. But then fans noticed a little bit of warping going on in the background, aka the slight bend in the table behind her, courtesy of editing and Photoshop. But as we'll unpack later in this video, this may also be very on brand for Kim. Number 3. Airbrushing has gone too far. Cough, cough, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe definitely is proud of her body, and we are not here to say that she shouldn't be either. But this also doesn't mean that fans are going to just give her a pass when they spot heavy editing or airbrushing. She posted these 3 pictures to her Instagram last October, and some fans suggested that the slight tilt in the wall in the first picture could mean that her image was either taken at a weird angle or altered after the picture was taken. And according to Life and Style mag, another user noticed that in the third photo, Khloe is seen against a wall with her arms outstretched. They jokingly commented, "Go go gadget arms," which, if you get the reference, is comedy gold. Number 4. Khloe Kardashian has had to defend her hands against Photoshop claims in the past. So at this point, we should probably acknowledge that there are definitely times when people poke at the Kar-Jenners just because they're the Kar-Jenners. And a lot of people either really love them or really hate them, and will find any reason to bash them. But that doesn't mean people weren't quick to point out Khloe's hands. Yes, we're at the point in the world where there are actual conversations about this woman's hands. In an IG post from January, fans thought the image was a bad edit, seeing that her hands seemed to be longer than usual. Whatever that means. But we'll leave that for you to decide. Number 5. A true grind, an inspiration, a Photoshop icon. I'm living for this tweet. Don't pretend that you aren't either. In a series of typical Kim Kardashian-esque photos shared to her Instagram, fans noticed a pretty obvious Photoshop fail in a now deleted picture from January. Obviously, Kim looks how she normally looks in most of her photos. But in this one, there is clearly one limb that looks very different from the rest of them. Specifically, her right calf. You may not notice it at first glance, but once you do, you can't unsee it. But it wasn't a big deal for Kim. She just deleted that picture, reposted the photo gallery, and the Kim stans were all, "Oh my god, you're gorgeous," and all was good in the world again. Number 6. Fans are trolling Kylie Jenner for yet another Photoshop fail. Next up, Kylie Jenner. It seems like people have been in Kylie's face about her body since she was still in her teens and opened up about lip fillers. Personally, I'm not here to shame or praise her, but this Photoshop fail is pretty hard to miss. She posted a few bikini photos in April of 2020, and in the 4th photo, you see her standing by the pool. And the photo looks fine, but in the original photo shared by a Twitter user, you can easily see how much the edge of the pool looks warped. The culprit? Photoshop. Or at least the Kar-Jenners' tendency to miss things like this when using it. Number 7. Kris Jenner literally deleted her birthday tribute to Chicago West after she accidentally included an unedited photo of her and Kim Kardashian. Kim's youngest daughter, Chicago, celebrated her 4th birthday earlier this year in January. The Kard Jenner momager, Kris Jenner, shared a photo of herself, Kim, and Chicago and commemorated her birthday on Instagram. But apparently, the picture was unedited and wasn't supposed to be shared because Kris later deleted it. But you know the internet. Fans took screenshots and shared the original on other sites. But then I got confused because there didn't appear to be anything wrong with this picture at all. But what are your thoughts on this? Number 8. Every Kardashian looks like what if Photoshop, but a human? This is probably one of the most relevant tweets for this video, to be honest. This one may be just a little overly critical, but that doesn't mean fans. Are they really fans, though?
There's always, criticism.
Won't call out photoshopping fails when they see it. And that was the case with these photos that Kim posted in January. In the very chill selfies she took, her followers noticed that, in the second photo, the edge of her cell phone seemed to be warped. Granted, this could be from having a phone case that doesn't fit your phone the way it's supposed to, but that's not what Kim K fans seem to think. Number 9. Did Kendall Jenner Photoshop this new Instagram pic? Okay, so yes, we all saw Kendall's behind-the-scenes bikini photos from the Skims Valentine's Day collection last February, and she looked great. But according to original photos from the shoot coming to light, she also didn't exactly look like her. While Kendall is clearly a beautiful woman, when one of her followers compared a still from a behind-the-scenes video of the photo shoot to the images that Kendall shared, you can see that the proportions don't exactly match. They later went on to explain what editing techniques were used in the picture and made sure to let fans know that they don't need to compare their own bodies to the bodies of celebrities, because they're usually altered in some way. And this was definitely one of those moments. Number 10. Khloe K's changing face as she's accused of looking different in every selfie. May not be our words exactly, but we can't really say we disagree, because this one is a lot. So let's unpack this. In May of 2020, Khloe shared these photos to Instagram, and we'll admit it, these pictures are gorgeous. But real quick, Khloe, just one question. Who is this? If it wasn't posted on Khloe's page, I would have sworn this was an entirely different person. This looks more like a Khloe Kardashian lookalike than Khloe Kardashian herself. Honestly, not to seem like I'm roasting this woman, but compared to the other photos of Khloe, this one is a big stretch for me. Number 11. Uh-oh, celebrities forgot to fix these details in their pics before posting. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon with that last one because these Photoshop fails are making these photos more and more confusing. Specifically, I mean these pictures that Khloe posted in March of 2019. The aesthetic is definitely there, but in the first photo, fans noticed that something was kind of off. And by something, we mean her head in proportion to the rest of her body. I'd like to give Khloe the benefit of the doubt because Khloe really is beautiful. And it could possibly just be the way she's standing that made the photo go from glam queen to runway bobblehead. But at this point, we've seen so much heavy editing used, we can't reject the idea that this may be just another case of photoshopping. Number 12. Another day, another Kylie Photoshop. And another instance of missing, yet again, very obvious editing fails that could have been easily corrected. Again, there's nothing wrong with editing and using filters, but this Photoshop fail was just a little cringy. In a photo Kylie posted back in July of 2019, Kylie and her BFF Stassie are standing side by side against a brick wall in Turks and Caicos. And, well, let's just say that nearly 3 years have passed since this photo was posted, and we're still waiting for the rest of Stassie's left leg to finish buffering because you just don't see it. Number 13. Kim Kardashian fans are once again convinced that she has a 6th toe. Again, out of context, this is hilarious. But we actually need that context to unpack these edits. So in August of 2019, Kim and her sister collaborated on a new line of perfumes for Kim's brand, KKW Fragrance. And of course, they posted about it. But while we're sure some fans were genuinely excited for their collaboration, others were just obsessed with the fact that, if you zoom in, it literally looks like Kim has 6 toes on her left foot. We know that's not the case for Kim, but that's usually a pretty good indicator that someone missed something when editing that photo. Kim Kardashian's Photoshop fail in a recent Skims ad really is so obvious. Kim is known to model in a ton of ads for her brand Skims, and while we always love to see a founder of a company taking a very hands-on approach to their brand, the Kard Jenner Photoshop alterations just keep on coming. We're talking specifically about this post. That was deleted, and then, of course, re-uploaded from another user from the Skim's IG page after fans noticed how distorted a certain part of the video was. We know that Kim loves to flaunt how snatched her waist is, but honestly, the more you look at this post, the scarier it gets. Number 15. Calvin Klein says Kourtney Kardashian's tiny arm, many are calling a Photoshop fail, is an optical illusion. And maybe there's some truth to that, but at first glance, it really just looks like it may be another editing mishap. In what looks like it could be a branded promo shoot for an upcoming season of their reality show, the Kardashians are seen standing together to promote their collaborative campaign with Calvin Klein. And it's all cute and Kardashian-y until you notice Kourtney's right arm, which appears to be half the size of her left arm. Optical illusion or Photoshop miss? We'll let you decide. Yes, these women may be beautiful and we can all appreciate a filter every now and then. But there's simple editing, and then there's whatever warping method the Kardashians use. And if we're going to be real, it doesn't look like any of the Kardashians seem like they'll be slowing down the Photoshop anytime soon. So for now, leave it to the internet to call them out when they see it. What are your thoughts on today's video? Were there any Photoshop fails you didn't expect to see? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more.